Welcome to Trials of Foma. We are going to show you a demo of how to set up and play the game. It's going to be a quick demo, so you're not going to see everything in it, but we're going to go through as much as we can. And yeah, hope you enjoy. So first we're going to start by every player grabbing a game piece and retinting it to be their player color. And next up, we're going to determine turn order by everyone rolling a d6.
Not me.
Yes. Once everybody's got that done, everybody gets a stamina counter and draws 3 items from the item deck.
Make sure to shuffle the item deck before you play. This is a good rule.
Oh, that is not shuffling.
Yep. Hold on.
Make sure not to mess up Tabletop Sims
Just
physics.
To shuffle a deck, just press R while your mouse is over it, and it shuffles.
So as you can see, there are 2 types of items you can draw. Talismans and equipables. These are all talisman items. They're green and they're one-time use. They have strong effects and can be used at any time, but don't stick around after you use them. Equipable items, on the other hand, are more permanent increases to your combat value that allow you to fight bigger monsters and eventually the bosses. When you equip an item, you put it outside of your hand so that everyone can see it, so that you're not, lying about your combat level. So to start off, whoever goes first is going to roll the d6 to gain that much stamina.
I add 2 to my counter, and now I decide where to go. I would like to progress to this blue item space, so I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stamina, and I will take an item. Withdraw.
All right, and now turn
I've got a new
continues
shield.
with each player doing pretty much that.
Alright,
Now-
so I'll take the die.
There are 3 types of equipables: shields, swords, and armor. I picked up a new shield, so I have to swap out my old one, but if I get a different type of equipable, I can carry it with my shield.
Alright, I will roll to regain stamina. I got 3, so I'll increase my stamina counter by 3. And I will also move to an item space, taking 5, and drawing an item card.
All right, next up, we should demo fighting an enemy, because I know
Right.
everybody loves to go to item spaces, but
I'll do that when it comes to
yeah, maybe you shouldn't though, given that you have all talismans.
Oh wait, yeah, I didn't
Roll
read
stamina
that
first.
yet. My bad. Well, that's
Nice.
fantastic. 1, 2, 3. I expend 3 stamina, and I get to draw an enemy card. Oh boy, let's hope it's something that kills me.
Ah,
It's
classic.
a feral tree squid. The classic tree squid.
So since you're
so
fighting it on a
the
yellow
card-
square, it's a weak enemy, which means you take the lower combat value over here. And also,
need a
because
4.
its loot bag has an S on it, you only get loot from it if you're fighting it as a strong enemy.
Which means I get a risk of dying with 0 reward.
Wow.
I didn't
You
die.
did it
You do not.
with no equipment.
I didn't die.
And that's how you beat an enemy.
Now, if I were to die, let's say I roll again, and okay, well that was
Still
bad.
win.
In the event,
A tie in CV will result in a win for the player.
Right.
Ah,
Okay, I'm getting real lucky.
Just
good
can't
roll.
lose.
I can't lose. It's impossible.
Oh
Okay,
no,
so
he's
if I were to
died.
die like this, oh no, I have died. You will be sent to the closest. Now, right now, both of these are about the same distance, so I'm gonna go to this one. Of the grave spaces, they look like this.
they're a nice dark blue.
And you lose all of your stamina. Let me lose all of my stamina. I have died.
Now it looks like it is my turn. That's a bit low on stamina. However,
You going?
Thanks.
Do it.
This is real nice.
Fisher has put
I thought
me
you
in.
couldn't fight on a grave space, on a respawn.
No, you can.
Yeah, we might as well just showcase PvP.
Okay.
So I use 10 stamina to move towards Fisher, and I will attack him.
What's your CV at right now?
My CV is 2, but just to make sure everything goes well for me, I'm going
Oh,
to
you're
use.
gonna bring a gun.
I'm gonna bring a gun. I'm gonna use Bayad, but yeah, that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Giving me a CV of 7.
Okay.
All right, he
See, I don't have any
physically
equipment,
cannot beat that.
so I don't think this matters. And it's a 2 anyway.
He has lost.
I have died again. Now, if you die to another player, you shuffle the cards that are in your hand, which I will do now.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Tabletop
And
sim.
you get to draw. I was not doing that right.
Right, I'm
you
gonna-
get to draw one of my cards from my hand. Okay.
And he
Okay.
has stolen.
And
So,
Sajal, could you move
because
your
I died to a player, if you
counter?
die to a player, your player piece moves to the furthest away grave spot. So I am now way over here. I'm just going all over the map today, aren't I?
teleporting. And that's
Well,
what a,
it's
that's what a full
teleport by
round looks
death.
like.
So yes, that's what a full round looks like.
So now we're gonna skip ahead in the game a little bit to fighting a boss, to show off how that works. So to pretend that we've spent a bunch of rounds preparing, everybody draw 3 more items.
Oh wow!
I
I
do.
can't believe Adam beat me in combat and took my shield.
Ooh.
That is
Wow.
quite awful.
You know, so while we're here, does anyone have an extra sword?
Ooh, trading.
I have a sword.
Trading.
Would you like to trade for the sword?
I have a traveler's shield. If you have a spare sword, I will trade it with you.
I'll trade it for you.
Thank you.
Normally this would be a bad idea, but we're showcasing trading.
You may initiate a trade with another player at any point during the game, obviously in between turns, not in the middle of a turn.
Well, it's at the end of your turn.
Yeah,
You can-
it's one of the
Ah.
phases.
And as we are close to our 10 minutes, I believe we should just
yes,
have Triton showcase a boss fight.
All right.
Yeah.
So which boss should I fight?
the middle one, boss rush. Let's go.
All right. So here's how the boss
we
rush
should,
works.
we should sample both. We should sample both bosses. I think, like, sample a boss individually and then sample the boss rush.
Yeah, go fight Fabai.
Okay.
He's the weakest. You'll probably beat him.
So I'll fight Fabai. Fabai is the weakest enemy, or the weakest boss. So I take his card, flip it. So I have to beat a CV of 11, or at least match it. Right now I have a CV of 7, so I need at least a 4 to beat him. I
There you
got
go.
a 5, which means I kill him. So when you beat a boss on its boss space, you get a normal item and also that boss's key item. So for Fabai, you get Fabai's wing, which lets you skip this boss on when you pass it other times. How we have it set up is that if you pass a boss, you have to fight it unless you have its key item.
I will search this to show off some of the cards. Wait, please let me click them. Oh, okay. Well,
The key items for beating bosses increase your CV by 1. So by the time that you make it to, if you keep on fighting all of these big bosses, eventually you will be strong enough to defeat the big boss in the center.
and in the
And when you
center,
get a
if you
key
don't
item,
have any of the boss items, you have to fight all of the other bosses and then the final boss.
Which let's sample that. Why not?
And when you get a key
Not
item,
me,
you put it in
because
your
I don't have
equipment, and you put it over here in your equipment to
Somebody
keep track
do
of
it because
your
we're
CV.
over 10 minutes.
I think Triton should also showcase the
Yeah.
boss rush.
Alright.
He has the
Yeah,
best
I'll-
chance at getting far in it.
All right. I'll do the boss rush. So because I have Fabai's wing, I don't have to fight him in this boss rush. So the next boss I'll fight is Tarker, who has a CV of 12. So because I have this item, I still have to beat a 4, or I have to get a 4 at least. So
Oof.
because I got a 1, I died, and
Alright.
You can use your reroll.
yeah. So if you have stamina left over, you can, on your first chance, you can re-roll your attack. It'll cost you 1 stamina. So I'll try again. And I got a 2. So this time, it'll double. So now it costs 2 stamina. If I miss again, it'll cost me 4 stamina to re-roll. Okay, so I got a 5. So I beat Tarker. And because it's in the boss rush, you don't get a key item from them. So next, I fight Spesforus, who has a thing of 13. Now I have to get a 5 or 6 to beat him. And I got a 4. So in a boss rush, the stamina cost to reroll is the same between bosses. If you did it during the rest of the game, it would reset after fighting an enemy. I'll spend 4 stamina to reroll this attack. Oh. And I got a 4, so I lose. So I die, and I'll go here. If I made it through all 5 bosses, I would have won the game.
But he didn't. He died.
Yeah.
Rip.
Someone should probably explain that better than saying it like I did.
It'll do. But that's the game. If you can kill the boss in the center, you win the whole game. The whole goal is to gather power and stop other players from getting there and beating the boss.